Hi fam, this is my first opinion piece. See, they, as I had promised, I'm going to try to be as constant as I possibly can. I'm not going to just crawl under the rock. I'm just not. So, uh, I was thinking today about one of my writing that I've had for some times, and I wanted to place this here and share some insight and maybe uplift some people in this piece. Okay. Now, this piece is about fear and hatred. You guys can chime in when you feel like, but um, to me, I find that fear and hatred is a spirit of destruction. And it started when we were very young, you see, because when we were young, we grow up, we when we're children, we're afraid of zombies, and we're afraid of ghosts. We're afraid of the unknown. Um, and our parents, some of them put loonies under the pillow for a boogeyman. These are unknowns. And I think they encourage those fears. As you grow older, those fears become different things. They can become you taking an exam. You don't want to be taking that exam because you're afraid that you might fail that exam. You see? So it takes a hold of us in different aspects of our lives, these fears. Now, as you grow older, it I mean, even as you're younger, because when you're younger and you fear something, you fear going to the park because there's too much bugs there. Guess what? You hate bugs. So fear and hate, they grow, they manifest in each of us in a way that can be destructive. It is just a destructive pattern. I see those two to be um, unhealthy, And as you grow older, when we went through COVID, now we went through COVID. Um, before, I see that even in our political lives, even in this world that we're living in, I see fear. Our politicians are fearful of addressing issues that's impacting the community. It's impacting our lives. I see that it's it developed in a way that, okay, you are fearful of addressing that, but it's unhealthy for a community, for a world to survive in this manner. Um, it then becomes greed. It then becomes a lot of things. So it's a spirit that it makes you aware, fear, yeah. It makes you aware of your surroundings, yeah. It's good to have, and to be honest, living without fear is it's a challenge because you can be fearless and then you might be uh, you might be taking as you don't value stuff, and that's not that can't be right, because I think somebody who is fearless, they're protecting themselves from being entangled in this destruction that fear carries. You see, while I'm speaking to you guys, I'm kind of learning, trying to accept or trying to associate where I'm at in my life when it comes on to fear. Now, I know for sure it contributes to hate. It contributes significantly to hate. And it's like they're brothers and sisters, fear. They're mingled. It it has it's associated with fear. I mean with hate. Fear, hate, they commingle. Now, as you get older, you start to change how your fear presents itself, you know. Now, just want to disclose, I am not ordained. I'm not anything in regards to, uh, I'm not a licensed therapist, nothing like that. I'm just observant. And I want to chat with you guys. That's all it is. It's just me chatting and me putting these things together. When you sit down and you have, you're thinking, these are my thoughts, right? So I'm sharing it with you. Now, as you grow older, this fear manifests. It manifests in hate, it manifests in um, rejections. It manifests in avoidance. It manifests itself in things that associated it associates with hate. But why can't we break the cycle? I look at it all the time. I say to myself, yes, it's we just as how we can um conquer love, because as soon as we advertise this Valentine's Day, we advertise this love, we advertise how we as a people can come together, kumbaya, we're in love. We are for pride, we are for who we love, and all of that. How are we manifesting these love when we're not addressing the fears that we have? We're not addressing how it's been manifested. You understand? And you're never going to be a complete individual if you don't understand the difference. Like, I think people do understand the difference, but we got to ask ourselves these questions. Why do we why are we afraid of change? Why are we afraid of seeing tomorrow? It's never promised, but why are we afraid? Because we can all, I mean, something can happen today, but nobody knew COVID was coming. Something can happen today, so why are we anticipating? Because that's what fear does. It makes you anticipate, Fear makes you want to, you think that, oh, I'm going to have to take all I can get. It gets you greedy. It makes you want to more. Yeah, so wouldn't it be nice for us to say, okay, yeah, I want more because I am fearful that I might not be able to leave my kids anything. However, I'm going to choose not to be hurt anyone. I'm going to choose not to let this fear become hurtful, I'm going to, so sit down and having that kind of conversation, it needs to be a thing, it needs to be something that we all should do, because if we don't, the easiest thing to do is hate. if we don't sit down and have that dialogue with ourselves, you know, yeah, we can make that $10,000, but are we going to take it from someone who has worked all their lives to get it, you know? It's one of those dialogues that I think it's missing. And I think had it been present, we would not have so much hate. We would not have so much people trying to kill each other. We would not have so much people trying to be better than people, you know? Because we're all humans. We're humans. We're all God's creation. My favorite channel is the Nature Channel, because I like to see how animals handle their affairs. I like to see how they do it, because we are, as you said, we are the better species. We are the knowledgeable species. The question is, are we really? Really? Are we? Because with knowledge comes lots of responsibility, no? So I'm just saying, we can learn from those animals. We can learn from others. We can learn from each other. In the comment, drop and tell me, when you find yourself being fearful, what do you do? That's a good question. Yeah. Tell me, when you find yourself being fearful, what do you do to eliminate that? What do you do to bypass that? Do you avoid? Do you ignore? What do you do to handle that fear spirit? Let me know. Again, thank you very much for stopping by, and I hope to see you back the next time. Great. Have a good day. Bye.